Solar frames. Are you able to grind ledges in solar frames? One of the anxieties that I've seen online and heard from friends about the solar frames is how they generally respond to street skating activity, in particular how they respond on ledges. So if you think about the benefits of having an aluminium frame, really good for power transfer, it has thinner walls so it's lighter, it also gives you extra sole space, and all of those things sound really attractive in a skate park, but perhaps on street can that actually be a little bit limiting. So we went to a local ledge after work, which has been used extensively by skateboarders and BMXers, so it's quite rough, to kind of find out how they respond. I guess the main question is, how do they slide? For me, I thought they slid really, really well. The ledge was just waxed up kind of normally, and I didn't really notice any major differences in how they slide compared to a plastic frame. One of the cool things about them is because of the thinner wall and the shape of the ledge, really felt like on topside grinds, kind of cushioned and nestled into the grind really, really well. Like once you were locked on, you were kind of in position, and it felt really, really good. So that's one major plus. Groove tricks. So as I've already said, the ledge was quite rough, so it did have to kind of push through whilst doing a royale. I personally didn't find any problem with the H block and the groove itself, but what you'll notice, it's quite a shallow groove, which is kind of the opposite of the trend that's happening in frames right now. You might notice that frames tend to have this really deep groove with wheel cupping to stop you from getting wheel bite. The way that the solar frame deals with it is slightly different. It pushes the H block down, so it shows less wheel, so alleviating kind of issues that you might have with wheel bite. So I watched another review of the solar frame, which I can't remember whose it was, but they mentioned a skateboarding analogy. Because skateboarders have metal trucks, often they don't need to wax the spots as much, and so the question was, maybe in some circumstances the solar frames won't need as much wax to work. So I tried to test this. I did a macchio on an unwaxed part of the ledge 3 times, just to see how it would respond. Something to point out though is that obviously we still have plastic sole plates, so it's not a massively accurate test, but just interesting nevertheless. I found that it was still quite jolty. It would lock on, slide for a bit, get stuck at one point and try and push through, and use my left leg to bail out so I didn't hurt myself. The only thing I can really give you of any value from this experiment is that I do think that the solar frames responded better to an unwaxed ledge than a plastic frame would. So, in conclusion, are you able to grind ledges in solar frames? Definitely yes. Is your experience enhanced by having solar frames? Definitely yes. I really like the way that you cushioned into topside tricks. I think your expectations of how they'll slide should be no less, at least, than a plastic frame. I think they do the job just as well as any other frame I've ever used, except maybe slightly better. I even think in situations where you don't have wax, you might be able to get away with a little bit more. More generally, I think that it's really rare in life to be able to have such beautiful and high quality products in your possession. So as rollerbladers, we're really, really lucky that we have these people who are working on these projects, and the solar frame is definitely one of them. So for me, the solar frames gets a massive thumbs up. It's going to be really hard for me to take them off of my skates now. I've got the silver ones. You can also get the black ones, and you can buy them now at LocoSkates.com.